Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we are going to make another recipe with zucchini. I have one left that my son-in-law gave me. I took him over some pina colada zucchini bread earlier today. I made 16 cute little mini loaves. Loved it. Even though it sounds disgusting, it's good. Zucchini chocolate chip cookies. It's not like you can taste zucchini in the cookie. It just makes them extra moist. So I think you'll love this recipe today. So what you're going to need for this recipe is 3/4 cups salted butter, which is 1.5 sticks. And you're going to want to put that out a few hours ahead of time because you want it to be at room temp. You're going to need 1/2 cup granulated sugar, 1 cup packed light or dark brown sugar. I'm using dark today. 1 large egg, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1 cup of shredded zucchini. And it says here for the cookies, you're probably going to want to pat these dry. You don't want any juices in it, so we'll dry the zucchini. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I think I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon. It says here 1 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips. I will be using milk chocolate chips and 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. That's all you're going to need for this. And we're going to have some delicious moist cookies, I hope. So let's get started. First, preheat your oven to 375 degrees and line your baking sheets with parchment paper. So I have 3 of them here. So I have them all lined, ready to go. Now you can use a regular handheld mixer, but it's calling for a stand mixer, and I'm okay with that because tonight I'm kind of lazy. I don't feel like holding the mixer. I know it's awful, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the stand mixer tonight. In a bowl of an electric stand mixer, beat the butter, sugar, and brown sugar until light and creamy, about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to stop in between to scrape down the sides. So here we go. That's why your butter has to be very soft. You don't want it melted. So if your house does not have air conditioning, I'm sorry, you don't want to let it sit out too long then. Alrighty, so 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Let me make sure that's correct. 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, light or dark, 3 to 5 minutes. That's why it's helpful with the stand mixer. That way you just don't have to hang around. I mean, heck, I can go clean the toilet or something, come back. No, I wouldn't do that, but I could go and, do something for 5 minutes. I'm going to scrape down the sides. That way we get everything mixed in there good. And I'm just going to let it go for another minute or two. See what consistency it turned into. And I'm going to go ahead and shred my zucchini. I scraped out the seeds in the center. Washed it, of course. Alright, that's about as good as it's going to get there. So, let me see. I'm just going to get a little paper towel here. Put on my little protective glove. Mine's really not that wet. Probably because I got rid of all the seeds in the center guck. Still need to do a little bit more. Got 1 cup there, even though that's the cup I wanted to use for my flour. Oh well. It's all good, folks. All good. So next we're going to add the egg. And we're going to beat just a little bit. The 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, I'm going to scrape down the sides because it tends to stick to the sides of the mixer. And now I'm going to add the zucchini. Exciting. Looks yummy, right? Not so sure about how yummy that looks, but we'll see what's going on here. So we're going to need 2.5 cups of flour, Spooned and leveled. I'm so sorry. I tell you what, that was a measuring cup, flew out of the dryer rack. It's all good though. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So let's whisk that together first, and let's put it in the mixer. I'm going to scrape down the sides. It's looking more like a cookie dough now, folks. Next, we're going to add in the chips and the nuts, which is 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1/2 cup of walnuts. So we're going to bake it for about 9 to 11 minutes until edges are golden and top is set but not all brown. We don't want to over bake these. We want these to be nice and chewy, and sometimes cookies will look like they're not quite done. So I'll probably take mine out at 9 minutes. We'll see. Mix it around just a little bit. Show you what I got. So that's about the size. And I'll roll them up. I'm only going to put about 8 on here. We'll see how that goes. Roll them up. Kind of look pretty. Sort of. I have never had zucchini chocolate chip cookies. Never. So this is the first time trying it. And I'm just going to press down slightly. Holy crap, that tastes good. You know what? That cinnamon added a nice touch. I'd definitely go with a 1/4. You just have a little. Okay. I don't like to do more than 1 cookie tray at a time because I think it cooks better if I just do 1 tray at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. 9 minutes, 375 degrees. After they sit on the cookie sheet for about 2 minutes, then put them on a rack to cool. I baked mine for 9 minutes, and that seemed to be the perfect time with just 1 tray of cookies in. If you put 2 trays in, you might have to cook it for another minute. Cook it, bake it, whatever. Or should I wait? Should I wait till it cools or should I have it warm? It's a good question. Should I have a big one or a little one? I'll go with a little one. Now it seems a little underdone, but that's what I want. Because the longer it sits, a few hours from now, it'll be just perfect. That is good. You can still see little bits of green, but I'll tell you what, I like it. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and hopefully you'll have a son-in-law or a family friend or relative that'll give you some zucchini too, fresh out of their garden. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you have a fabulous evening. See you soon.